on this topic real quick. There was some breaking news, bad news about a rapper that was celebrating his 26th birthday. Rest in paradise to him. And I guess he was he was at an Airbnb first, and then he was dropping his birthday location. And I guess somebody was being a hater or something was going on, and shot up his car, and he has passed away sadly, very, very sadly. With rappers, for example, we've seen this trend time and time again. Okay, rappers have had a history. They have a history of throwing events or shooting music videos, or it's their birthday, and they're trying to celebrate. They're trying to celebrate their life, and unfortunately, while they're trying to celebrate their life, somebody is waiting in the wings to take their life. And this is something that I wanted to speak briefly on, because this has been something that I have stood by for a long time. This is a topic that I have always, had very, very strong personal views on. And so especially Instagram. Now, at the time I'm making this video, Instagram is still a pretty semi-popular app, not as much as other apps, but it's still one of the more prevalent apps. And Instagram is a evil eye and Instagram go hand in hand. Evil eye and Instagram go hand in hand. That app in particular, I have always felt is a trap. And a lot of these platforms out here, guys, I don't post on. I don't post up to date current pictures on or anything like that on any of these kind of apps, because I really believe that it's a setup. There is no benefit, guys. There is zero benefit to showing a venue for an event. There is zero benefit for showing off your house, your closet, your car, your kids, your spouse, if your partner. There is no benefit, guys. There is zero benefit for flossing and flexing. And sadly, people, I think I would hope, well, I'm guessing that at least 20% are doing it out of innocence, right? They're tracking and updating people on every inch of their life, because they want to, I think, share the joy, share the jubilation. I think that's like 20% of it. But the other 80% is people trying to show off to their haters. The other 80%, I mean, at least this is just my opinion, I think the other 80% is just flexing, guys. If we're being honest, I think the reason why people want to, have tours inside their car and their house and their office space and their vacations is because they want to prove to a hater or prove to a naysayer that I did it. I came up. I made it. Look at me. Look at me. And it's dumb. It's one of the dumbest things you could do. And I have countless stories and countless examples as to why I do not participate in that. I have in my life alone, from when I was a teenager, I had a great childhood. I'm saying? My childhood was great. I was very blessed to have two immigrant, hardworking parents that gave me the best they could. I never wanted, when I was a teenager, when I was a young child, a toddler, a baby, I never wanted for anything. That's because my parents worked incredibly hard. And so when I was younger, even past that, but I'm saying, for an example, before social media, because I was in the age group as a millennial where we just got the technology, MySpace and all that. What I'm saying, like, there could be some Gen Z or other generations out here that don't even know what MySpace is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had MySpace. We didn't have no TikTok or no Twitter. Like, for the most part, we had these lower tier websites that were very, very nook and cranny and old fashioned, if you will. And so we didn't have this constant 24/7 surveillance. And even when we did, in my teenage years, as a millennial, get more apps and more technology and more instant, gratification apps and all this type of stuff, I have been on so many vacations I can't even count. I have been to countless places. I can't even count how many. And I have so many pictures and so many beautiful things I would love to share. You know what I'm saying? With not just people that follow me, but with family, with people that I love. And I've never done it. I have pictures from literally a decade ago, what I'm saying, sitting on different devices and different things that I use for security to keep my memories, wholesome memories with family, and I never felt the need to publish it, because what is publishing it gonna do? I get the people who are, what do they call them? Social media influencers. Okay, I don't consider myself a social media influencer. By the way, so if anybody out here sees me as a social media influencer, or a psychic for that matter, that's a title that you give me, because I don't give that title to myself. I am not a social media influencer. I am not bought and paid for by any companies at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in the concept, because I'm not a sellout. I'm not going to sell out in any way. You see what I'm saying? Like, I believe in, privacy, security. And the thing is, whether you have success on a local level or so-called small level, or you become larger than life, you become internationally famous, people lie for money. People will always lie for money. And I was actually just having this conversation with my mother because of that story that I saw on Twitter with that young rapper at the age of 26, being his life taken in his car. I'm guessing it could be rental, could be his own car, don't really matter. He was in his car, and because he posted his location for his birthday, somebody out there wanted to take his life. And so this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, it's unfortunate that we can't just post everything and anything, and we can't just let people into our world. I know a lot of people who don't have discernment, they do that because they like the high that people give them. They like to have people worshiping them. But that's bad, because if you want people to worship you and you don't take into account that as high as you can go is as far as you can fall, then you will fall every time. You know what I'm saying? And it, don't even get me started on if it's your hometown, or if it's some place you've been living in for a long time. Like, even the state that I'm in, I'm like, the amount of haters in this state, like, people are straight up haters, man. And it's always where you're from, you know what I'm saying, or where you've lived for a long time. When these people get up and they get famous, it's these local people that want to take them out, because why? They're jealous. You see what I'm saying? And it's not just rappers, it's in general. And so that's why you have to always watch your back. You have to be mindful that not everybody who smiles in your face wants to see you do well. And I could name at least 10 people on top of my head right now, strangers or not, that I feel personally, if they had the opportunity, they would lie on me. They would use my name for clickbait, because why? They're broke. They want attention. They want to be famous. They want to be larger than life. They want to have people glorify them. I've had those situations, guys. You guys have seen it. You know what I'm saying? When people have tried to get their 2 minutes of fame off me. You see what I'm saying? I've had to go to the police, and I will always go to the police. And even me, I've had to deal with stuff like that. And I'm not even where I'm destined to be yet. And so I have these conversations with, my loved ones and myself quite frequently because I believe that people have bad souls. They have bad intentions, guys. And if they're desperate enough, it could even be family. You know what I'm saying? If they're broke enough, if somebody comes along and offers them a piece of chump change to trash you. It happened to Michael Jackson. It happened to Whitney Houston. It happened to Britney Spears. It happens to, so-called controversial celebrities and regular folk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even the most down-to-earth actor or actress, I will look up on Google. There's one actor in particular that I really am fond of his work. I really think he's one of the best actors in the world, bar none. And even I typed in his name on Google and there was a bunch of Reddits. There was like at least 10 forums on this guy talking about his marriage, guys. And this guy cannot even hurt a fly. This is an actor who is not even based in America. He's a European actor and, he doesn't get into controversy. He's not a cheater. He's not like, wild and free like some of these other celebrities are. Like, once upon a time, Miley Cyrus was pretty wild. So was Britney back in her day, and the paparazzi were eating up like popcorn. They were following her everywhere because she was a mess. She was having breakdowns everywhere. And so they don't want to see you doing well. They want to see you when you're falling. You see what I'm saying? And so that particular actor, I'm not going to drop any names, like, what I'm saying, but that particular actor, I couldn't believe it. I wasn't completely shocked, but I was like, damn, even this guy who is not based in Los Angeles, California, he's not American, he's never hurt a soul, he's completely innocent. And here we have people making up rumors about him on Reddit out of thin air. So if it can happen to this guy who's remarkably talented and is a family guy, is married, and, is an Oscar winner, then it could happen to anybody, guys. It could happen to anybody. So I don't feel bad for people who, I don't feel bad. I don't even put personal feelings towards people who act like Kim Kardashian. The reason why Kim Kardashian acts the way she is because that is her claim to fame, guys. She had a sex tape. She got her mom arranged some things. You see what I'm saying? That is her brand. Her brand with the reality TV show they have, the Kardashian show, is to document everything. But guess what? That's actually very dangerous. And we've seen men that have been in relationships with all these women, from Kendall to Kim to Courtney, Scott. I mean, come on, Lamar with Khloe. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner, who was Bruce Jenner, they all fall. They fall tremendously hard. Why? Because they are hitched to people who sell their soul and every nook and cranny of their life for clicks and views, for money, for endorsements. They don't have a soul. And this is why some celebrities that have made it out on the other side of childhood fame and all that, this is why they come out and tell you guys that this is not what you think it is. Okay, when you become a public figure or when you become larger than life, you don't have a life anymore of your own. Okay, people can make up lies about you. People can say that you're gay. People could say that you're a lesbian. People could say that you're broke. People could say that you're on drugs. People could say a whole bunch of shit that's not real. Why? Because they want to eat off your plate. Are you hearing what I'm saying? They want to eat off your plate. So when the going gets tough and the tough gets going, who do they go to? They go to your page and they click through all the people you talk to and all the lovers you've had, and they try to get with them to spite you because they're jealous of you. And I'm not telling you what I've seen. I've lived this. And I'm like, I was shocked because I'm like, I don't even consider myself, like, I'm not on Taraji P. Henson's level. You feel me? I'm not even on fucking Justin Bieber's level. Fuck that. I'm not no big celebrity yet. If it's God's will for me to be famous, I don't want to be. The kind of work that I love to do, I don't really want to be quote unquote famous. But I don't mind accreditation. I don't mind praise. I don't mind congratulations. I don't mind people appreciating my talent. But if I had my way, I wouldn't want that kind of life because people will beat you down, bruh. And they'll and the goal is to beat you down until you're dead. Fuck just tarnishing your reputation. What these people want to do is they want to kill you. I'm not going to mince words for this video. That's what haters want to do. They don't want to see you depressed. They don't want to see you homeless. They don't want to see you broke. They want to see you dead. And I know that. I'm very well aware of that. And that could be family that you think so-called love you. They don't love you. They're plotting on you. They're plotting. And that's why I'm going to keep it 100% real with y'all. I was telling my own mother this morning, like, bruh, the places we're going to be going and the things that I see in the future, we need to start passing out NDAs in this bitch. Like, I'm not going to mince words because what God has for me, no man or woman can stop. No op can stop. But they could try. You know, haters can always try, but the weapons will form, but they will not prosper. And that's biblical. So you have to protect yourself. I don't care what nobody say out here. Anybody you rock with, anybody that claims they're your friend and they would talk about you behind your back, get rid of them. I have had to do that. And they could be watching me right now. I have had to do that. And I didn't want to in my own life. And I've had to get rid of people. I had to kick them out because you know what? They cannot be trusted. And if they were down to their last dollar, they would take that shit and go to somebody else and lie about me. That's how I feel. I'm not paranoid, but that's how I feel, y'all. I feel that people are not innocent off gate, off rip, off jump. They're not. I hate to break a social media influencer's bubble, a fake ass person's bubble out here that's watching me. But maybe that's what you need today. Because let me tell you, you posting all your boyfriends, you posting all your Gucci bags, you posting your car, stupid. You're stupid, bitch. You're stupid. Because those people, all they want to do is see what they can take from you. They're not celebrating you. It's rare. You know, I actually have a good heart. I actually have a good soul. And when I see people doing well, when I see celebrities, like for example, okay, I'll do a little name drop, but not really a name drop. Let's say, for example, Sofia Vergara, right? She had one of those like videos, like 10 questions or whatever. I think it was either Vogue or Architectural Digest or Design. One of those three, I don't remember, or Hollywood Reporter, could be one of those media outlets out here. And she was showing her house. And I didn't watch the video because I ain't nosy. I saw the YouTube short. And the YouTube short was her showing her closet. And her closet had all these fucking shoes and all these handbags, you dig? And what was in her comments? Haters. Are y'all listening? Are y'all people what I'm trying to say? This is a beautiful Latina. Colombiana. Boricua. And she earned her success. She wasn't like Kim Kardashian where she laid on her back to the top. She could, I don't know, she did, but it wasn't known. She actually is a good actress, a good model. You see what I'm saying? And so it came across my timeline and I said, wow, she looks beautiful. I love her outfit. I love her highlights. I love her denim. You guys could have saw her denim pantsuit. It's like a denim kind of like a romper pantsuit. She looked fly as fuck. And so I'm not a hater. So I said, I put in the comments, cheers, congratulations, sweetie, sweetheart. I love it. I love stuff like that. And then here I am scrolling in the comments and I see all these people put, I would never want that. Ew, who does she think she is? So no matter what you do, are y'all listening to me? No matter what you do to uplift your people, because she Latina, to be a diverse voice in Hollywood, okay? To be successful, people will be right in her comments trashing her. And for what? Because she's on social media. So that's how it works, people. You have to understand, if you're somebody watching me, right, and you've seen my own success and you're rooting me on, God bless you, thank you. We gonna go higher, okay? But we also have to be careful out here because let me tell you, the streets are not full of love, y'all. Okay, the road to success, the road to being a millionaire, the road to being any of these kind of things where you are public is horrible. I'm telling y'all up front, it's horrible. And it can crush a person who becomes just about the fame, just about the lights, just about the clicks and views. People that live like that are depressed individuals. I am not depressed. I'm saying we've seen in with a lot of celebrities how they take their own life because they probably had a bunch of haters around them, bruh. People that were trying to question what they do. And they never felt good enough. They never felt like, you know what, man, I'm in all these films. I'm making all this money. And they're still not happy. Why? Because their life is not their own. Listen to what I'm saying, please. Their life is not their own. I have a YouTube channel. I don't consider myself any of those things. And even I feel pressure. Even I have had to move differently. And not differently, but I've had to use my discernment. You know what I'm saying? I've had to use, even if I'm out in public and I feel like somebody has their phone up like this, you know what I'm saying? And they're acting weird. Okay, it may not be to me, but I don't play that. Because if I didn't ask for someone, if I didn't ask to be on camera, don't put me on camera. Like, that's how I get down. If I didn't ask for no attention, I didn't ask for someone to be up in my space, don't be in my space. Because you know what? I'm still a human being. Okay? But I know a lot of people out here are not like that. They want people to have cults. They want people to worship them. Because why? They're narcissistic. Yes, they're narcissistic. Trump is a felon. He's a narcissist. Every hotel has Trump on it. Every real entrepreneur knows that it may not be the smartest move to put your name on a business. When it's, like that, you could put something else. But when every single business, every single product just has your name on it, you are liable. You're liable for a lot of shit. Okay? And that's a heavy risk. So people don't understand. People, especially younger people that are like teenage, in this era of living, they think shit's sweet. Shit is not sweet. Okay? It is not. Do not post your prom pictures. Do not post all the new things you bought at the mall. Okay? Because it's not, because people will give you evil eye. And not just that, if you're down and out, they will say you're lying. Right? Or you're going through a tough time in life, they will try to find things to stack on you. And then it becomes what you say versus what they say. But as long as I check, what you say is you're living your life, your experience, and nobody has a right to say that you're lying when you're living your life. So I'm just saying that it's a trap. It's a trap. And there's a couple celebrities that are more so in the sports world, the sports arena. They're athletics, they're athletes, who I've seen, they don't promote social media like that. Every other industry, I've not really seen that. Okay, even medical, on TikTok all the time, I'm seeing women who are nurses and doctors and shit. Why are they on TikTok? I don't understand that. Why would you put your job in jeopardy for social media? Or your marriage. People are always going to talk, but what you answer to is what's going to be the real test, guys. And so even in my own life, I feel like I've lived 20 lives, I feel like I've lived so many lives because I have got to experience things and have to deal with things that people my age don't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a creative space or you are an entrepreneur or you're in entertainment or whatever like that, in a sad way, there is no such thing as privacy and peace. You have to create that within yourself. You can't go buy a Lamborghini or go buy a purse and expect that purse or Lamborghini or person to patch up that hole, to patch up that thing in your heart or in your psyche that's driving you insane. This is why, don't want to age up again, but I'm giving examples, okay? Like Cardi, we love Cardi, right? She has had many, 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 times where she's exposed that. She's come on, she was on Vlad TV, she's on Instagram a lot, and even, recently she got an award for something. I think it was in Atlanta, and I think she could be pregnant. We don't know if she's pregnant or not. I think Rihanna and Cardi, they give me pregnancy vibes. I don't know if they're actually pregnant. And even she was complaining just a couple days ago, this week, that she is tired of people, talk about her marriage because Offset, has been known to cheat and stuff like that. And so even she's saying, like, I can't handle it. I can't handle trying to be the best, rapper I can be, and writer and all this stuff. I can't be the best mom I want to be. And then every time she goes on social media, she's saying that people are questioning her, are attacking her. That's very hard, guys. Not that I know people that are like, oh, well, they're rich, who cares? I get that, right? But I'm telling you guys firsthand, it's not what you think. Okay. And it's a lot more sacrifice than celebration. If you're lucky, you will celebrate as much as you have sacrificed and worked hard and toiled and cried and had migraines trying to figure out, creatively what the heck you're doing. It's rare that people like this get the same kind of equal end result and respect and adoration. It's rare. Most of the time they're met with disrespect, and God, I can say so much in this video, but even Cardi has had kids and has got, Grammys, and even still to this day, she breaks down a lot because she's not used to that. She was a regular working class girl, once upon a time, who was just trying to achieve her dreams. And now that she has achieved her dreams, living her dreams in her dreams, she's realizing what comes with that. So I want to send a warning. Okay. I want to send a warning, not just to myself, but to all of us who are dreamers, who are high achievers, who are entrepreneurs, who are creatives. Listen to me very carefully. The road to success is very dark. And I know you never heard it before, but it is. It's very dark. It's very hard. And a lot of hate, a lot of judgment, a lot of questioning comes with the territory that can sometimes outweigh the success. I feel like a lot of my personal relationships were completely obliterated because I was a high achiever. Not just with trying to graduate college, but I was still working, in retail. And I also had, I was doing private clients, and then I had YouTube with you guys, and I was uploading every single day. So I was wearing like 10 hats in one. Probably more than that, probably about 15 to 20. And I was just still Simone. You see what I'm saying? And so when you're in a relationship, or when you're in the world out here and people they don't understand what that feels like, it's easy for them to judge. It's easy for them to leave a nasty comment. It's easy for them to thumbs down. It's easy for them to talk shit because they're not in your shoes. And so listen to me carefully. If you expect to be a multimillionaire, if you expect to be famous, if you expect to be successful or have success, understand it's a very dark road. And people that are honest will say that. Okay. And those who shy away from it and throw allegations and try to put things on people that don't exist, it's because they're corny as hell, and they're probably not good people, because you know what, if they're being honest, they would know that it's extremely hard. And so if someone is going through a tough time, or they're going through something, why would you mock that? Why would you laugh at that? Why would you ever question that? Because see, you're not in their shoes. And that's why a lot of times I tell you guys, when I do cover celebrities, I like to have a balanced perspective, because I could see all angles. You see what I'm saying? Not just their bank account, but I could see how would they think, how would they feel when they're in their room at night, right? And the whole world is trashing them. Like, imagine how that feels, guys. So, no, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. If you are not willing to be judged wrongfully and you don't have the backbone to defend yourself, don't wish for fame. Don't wish for success. Be mediocre, be regular, be average all day. Because what comes with that level of money, influence, power, position, privilege, it doesn't equal up, guys. I'm telling you. It's rare. It's rare that the sacrifices that people have put to maybe not even be with their family as much. Piggybacking off the example of this actor, I'm not going to drop his name because he's very private for a good reason. I have begun to really respect his work. I saw one of his older movies yesterday night, and I was in tears because he's so talented, and I step back and I think of, wow, look at all the things he's gone through. You see what I'm saying? And will that paycheck ever patch up the stress? Like, does it ever equal up the lack of privacy? I don't think so, guys. I really don't. I think that the reason why a lot of people say, well, how can somebody be rich and they're unhappy? Well, I was the same way. I used to kind of make, little snarky comments like, oh, what do they have to be sad about? If I was rich, I would never cry again. It's not true. It's not true. In fact, they probably cry more because they have more people counting on them, right? And a lot of these people who get out the mud, whether they're on YouTube, whether they're in Hollywood or Nollywood or Bollywood or wherever the heck else they are in the world, a lot of times, y'all, they take care of their family. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? This is some real shit right here. They pay their family's bills. When I say family, I don't just mean immediate. I mean, they pay for countless relatives' bills, guys. They're paying for people's bills. And that's what's just expected because why? They're the famous one. They're the successful one. They're the one who made it out of poverty. They're the one who made it out of the ghetto. They're the one who made it out the hood. They're the one who made it out of the suburbia and into the hills, the Hollywood hills. A lot of people, they do a lot of this, but until they're in the shoes to build that success and to actually embody what it fucking takes to be a winner, they would never understand it. And that's why me, alongside a lot of other YouTubers out here, have turned off our comments. You know what I'm saying? I told somebody, one of my, well, not anymore, but back then I was telling this person like, man, I would love to be able to interact with people. You know what I'm saying? But it's dangerous because people lie and people can put things in your comments. Like, I can't even tell you guys how many times, I can't even count how many times I've gone on a YouTuber's page and someone I know for a fact is lying in their comment section, and the comment that they put has nothing to do with what the video's about. But the person just wants to eat off their plate so bad. The person wants to energy steal and be an energetic vampire so bad. They want to have what they have so bad, but they're willing to take the person's life for it. And if you don't believe me, just look at any celebrity out here. Look at anybody that you know in your own local community who's made it out the mud. And how much people question their greatness. You can't question greatness. You can only observe it and respect it. But the haters will question it. They will say that they're a part of the Illuminati. Or that they're, they'll put a whole bunch of stuff out here because they can't understand, well, how did this person get that? How is this person special, but I'm not special? They're full of hatred, guys. They're full of hatred. And that's how life is. And that's why life is a very, very, this world is a very sad place to be in most of the time for most people, because no matter how hard they try, no matter what they do, they go through, right? Running this marathon we call life, they feel like they can't get ahead. Because why? There's so many demonic, negative, low vibrational forces that reside among us, guys. And evil people in high places. Even the Bible speaks on it. Even all these Akashic records and books and speak on the wars, the galactic wars. It's been a history, a long-standing history of us being in a world that's full of hatred. And it's just a reality. So I really caution anybody or anything when I know that somebody is fame drunk and power drunk and wants to have what you have, but doesn't want to work for it. Doesn't want to work for it. People like that I really don't keep around me. And I really, really don't respect people like that, because they want everything for free. They want everything as a shortcut. They want to pay for success. They want to go on, these markets and stuff. They want to pay for what you work for, because they don't get the value of sacrifice. They don't get the value of work ethic. They don't have what it takes, simply put. So they will try to question you and make fun of you and monitor you. They call monitor spirits energetic vampires. That's what it is. Okay. And that's what social media has given these evil forces. And that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm warning all of you guys, don't fall for it. Because you may not be big today. You may not have a lot going for you today, but you know about tomorrow. You know about your future children. What if you're not famous, but your kids are? Ever thought about that? What if you're not going to be a celebrity, but your children are? And you got all your business on the web, right? You got all this stuff on the web that you may or may not be able to get rid of, right? Or you're making all these bad decisions out here in the real world that you may not be able to clean up. So think about that, guys. I think about all these things every day of my life. I move with caution every day of my life. I take everything I do with meticulous care. Everybody that I entertain, I talk to, I come in contact with, I'm very careful of. I do not rock with people like that. Okay? I do not. So I'm back. So I'm telling y'all. You go for success. You have a channel. You have a TikTok, or the heck, whatever you do, right? You're doing it at your own risk. You have to understand that. That's the first rule. And if you don't think about that and you're just out here just post, then you know what? You're gonna see why that's bad, in the future, because you gotta protect yourself, period. You gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your loved ones. If you got children, you gotta protect them. And the world, strangers, don't need to know your business. And I know in this digital age, it's like business, their business is mine. No, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a cold, dead trap, because you may have people that love you and want to support you, but on the same end, you probably have, if not equal or more, people who want to put evil eye on you, curses on you, lie about you. It's not smart. It's not smart. And so, yeah, I laugh. I personally laugh when I see people posting everything that should be sacred, that you think is sacred. They post everything. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's a recipe for disaster. Nobody needs to know what you drive. Nobody needs to know where you're going on vacation. You know what I'm saying? You can do that after the fact, or, a little bit here, a little bit there. But, a lot of the times it's probably more wise to post about it and talk about it when you actually get back safely. And when you are not in the same location, because what a lot of these people that have got caught up is they post their actual location, the time of, And then, of course, they have these people who are probably, you know, setting them up, and they go there. And that's not smart, okay? Like, you should be, you know, you should be moving in silence, basically. You know, I know it's harder said than done with social media, guys. It's harder said than done, you know. But, you know, I monitor everything that I post. You know, if I think something's a little bit too revealing, I take it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have you know, shared certain things, you know, about spiritual journeys and whatnot once upon a time. And I took all those videos down because that was then, this is now, you know what I'm saying? And it's not for public consumption. But when you're young, dumb, naive, you know, it's different. But if you're over 25, you know what I'm saying, you need to be more careful. You know what I'm saying? In every aspect, be more careful. And if you're doing people wrong, you know what I'm saying, that will come out as well. I don't know who's watching in particular. I just felt, let's say, like, if you're cheating on people and you're doing things that are bad, it will catch up to you. I think hopefully that video is on private, but I remember one time when I was live streaming with you all. I think it was November of 2021 or 2019. One of those. I think it was 2019. Yeah, I think it was, wait, or was it 2018? 2017? No. No, I think it was 2019 or 2020. And I was directly led to do something because I happened to be at the right place, right time. And I felt like I had to go somewhere. I felt like there was something going on. And sure as day, I was right. You know what I'm saying? My guardian angels, I mean, listen, my spirit team's on point. Okay. So all I'm finna say is, listen, you doing shit in the dark, I already know what's going on. I already see what's going on. Ain't nothing getting past me, period. And a lot of these suckers out here that be doing bad shit, they think that people don't catch it. But that's not true, okay? The physical person may not catch it, but guess what? Their higher self, their spirit self, their ancestors, their spirit team, God will clock that ass. And people underestimate that it will be revealed, okay? So people just people don't respect the spirit world. They don't respect spirituality enough for me. And this is why people get in these predicaments, because they want attention so bad. They want validation so bad that they're willing to hang somebody else to get it. And that's awful. So what people do that have spiritual gifts, what they basically do is direct you away from trouble, right? That's what I do a lot of times in my videos. I direct you away from trouble. I try to warn you beforehand, okay? So that's all I have to say for now. I'm not going to get to an hour. I'm not going to make this an hour video. This could easily be a 2-hour video, but I think I've said more than enough. This is a topic that I've been passionate about. I want to put my 2 cents on, my 2 million on, hey, for a while now, because I think that it's a trap. I think that people that are posting their marriage and posting, I think they're very stupid. You know, I don't even know if I would even do that. You know, I don't even know if I'd be comfortable to be posting stuff like that, because it's not for everybody else. It's for my loved ones. It's for me. It's for my, you know, it's not for that. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to bring this up, but people can take things like that and they can create spells off it. You know what I'm saying? They could do all types of, y'all know how it be out here. They could do a lot of weird shit that you wouldn't even think of. You know what I'm saying? And that's because you gave them bait. So if you don't give anybody bait, what can they use against you? And you could sue them. And I'm willing to sue anybody off a lie. But hey, if it came to that, you see what I'm saying? But that's just how life is, y'all. Like, you have to be able to read between the lines. And sadly, not everybody has good intentions. I do. When I see people doing well in life, I don't read into it that much. I may leave a comment, I may, double heart, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? And people that take it farther than that is because they're narcissistic and they have a big ego and they obviously are thinking that they're more than what they really are. And if you keep yourself grounded and level-headed and humble, you wouldn't get caught up in that. But people that get caught up in that, I think it's because they want the attention so bad, and I don't even know, like I said, I don't even know how my life would be out. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was ever in a work industry where like there's some behind the scenes shit or whatever, like I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know, because I just think it's very dangerous, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that I would never post, I would never take a picture. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I think that being too enveloped in it, right? Being too in love with it, with, posting every second of the day, things that are, it could be quite personal or that really don't need to be for public consumption, I just don't think it's wise. So, not to say that I would never post anything, but it would be after the fact. Like if I was to post a picture, if I was on vacation somewhere, it'd be after the fact. It wouldn't be when I'm actually there. It'd be when I'm already safely at home, off the plane. Could be a couple months later. You know what I'm saying? Like I get posted like 4 years later. That's just how I think, y'all. I don't know. But evil eye is strong on apps like Instagram and things like that. It's very strong. It's very real. And people sometimes are picking up waves and energy and demonic forces and attacks and spiritual attacks. They're taking all these things in and they don't even know where it's coming from. And it's coming from your social media. It's coming from people who are just too connected to you. You see what I'm saying? He says you got to separate. You got to isolate. You got to be by yourself, to recuperate, to recharge. But a lot of people that are like addicted to just having to be around people 24/7, a lot of problems because, people bring baggage, people bring their problems, and the more people you have around you, the more problems there could be. So that's how I see it. Okay. But anyway, y'all, on the heels of another rapper's death, I just really wanted to, once and for all, share my thoughts on what I really think about social media. I think that these apps are a trap. I think they're designed to have people get hurt, to get sabotaged, to have mental breakdowns, to have their marriages destroyed, to have their careers destroyed. I believe that 1,000%. And it's only when they have their own website or their own limitation on it that it's a little bit safe. But if you have a company or you have people pushing you to update where you are, what you're doing every second of the day, I think that's very dangerous. And we've seen the results of that. We've seen the results locally and internationally of what happens when people give too much away, give too much information away. It becomes a health hazard, literally. And it destroys people's relationships, destroys people's reputation, maybe false or true, doesn't, whatever. It's just a very, very wonky, unsafe territory to be a part of. And so I would like to think that if you want to be a creative or anything like that, that you don't have to expose yourself. I don't think you should have to do that, as an actor, for example, maybe you can, go on set, but then when you're not, doing premieres or you're not on the set, you live a pretty private life. That's the best of both worlds, right? Opposed to everywhere, you're just post. And I mean, you can get caught up in needless debates and discussions like Kim Kardashian happens to her all the time. Why? Because she's too much on social media. She's always getting dragged into bad debates and bad discussions. Why? Because her ass is always on social media. She puts herself out there too much. So you got to have a balance. You got to have a balance and you got to respect yourself. You got to love yourself. I love me. You got to love yourself. And you got to know that not everybody who's people what you doing is rooting for you, because most of the time they're not. And I can't even count how many rude comments I've gotten over my life, from YouTube alone. And these fucking losers would never have what I have. You see what I'm saying? And if you have it open like that and you're inviting that, that's what comes with it, right? But you also have the power to block them, to delete it, right? But that's what comes with it. So people have to be very mentally strong and have boundaries. Boundaries is very important. Boundaries is very important. So in this digital age, I think the overconsumption, AI, you know what I'm saying, over posting, dropping locations, bad idea. Posting in relationships, bad idea. And I laugh when people get mad at me giving my opinion on relationships when you're posting it for me to comment on. I actually had that incident with somebody, not going to name drop there. And I was like, this person's delusional. You know, you put it out there. You're putting it out there on cyberspace. And you're mad that I'm commenting. You're mad that a person's commenting on it. But you put it out there. And when I was sharing that particular TF journey, right, a long time ago, I would get comments in my chat. But you know what? I was never really angry at it. I think one time I was kind of offended because someone said love bombing, and I knew this person for fucking 2+4, almost 4 years, almost all my life. So they didn't understand what I was, you know, my personal thing. But on the contrary, it never bothered me because it's like, well, that's what I'm doing. It's my making. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't like it, then take it off. Then stop having the chat open. Stop putting it out there. So people have to stop being delusional. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they dig their own grave, you know what I'm saying, by being overzealous and trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, what's wrong with enjoying, you know, the manifestations of your hard work in private? You know, like if I was hitting a lotto or something, I think to inspire people, I want to show them where I'm living at. But on the contrary, probably can't, man. You probably can't do that, which sucks. But, you know, it's probably not safe because then maybe somebody would want to, you know, rob you or hurt you or steal from you. You know, so even people out here that have won the lottery, you people what I'm saying, you know, I see a lot of people on YouTube that I like, you know, some are pretty private, you know, others are not as private, but for the most part, you know, even they have like those lottery shows where they buy like a house off their lottery win. You know, I think HGTV had whatever. Okay. You know, it's a tricky balance, guys. I think it's just very dangerous. Like, how do you contain that? Well, you can't, you know what I'm saying, unless you have limits on certain settings. I don't know. I just think I think especially nowadays and people are desperate and stuff, desperate enough to make up lies and stuff, I think it's dangerous. I think it's very dangerous. And I think it's not worth it. So, you know, live your life in peace and privacy, and every now and then, you know, try to accommodate, but safety comes first. Your health comes first. Your prosperity comes first. Your peace comes first. And when you value your peace over a bunch of fake drama and haters and trolls and people who just want to eat off your plate and eat off your name, then you'll quickly understand and shape up and realize what's actually important and what's not. So if you're a person out here where you're posting a relationship and you're mad about it, you're mad about what the feedback, then don't post it. Simple. Okay, if you don't like people have to say about your relationship, then don't talk about it. Because it's not, is it our business? Is it our relationship, or is it your relationship?